Hi. I'm so excited to talk about Snapchat. I'm obviously addicted to it, and I think it's the absolute best thing. I really think that Snapchat is also going to be like as huge as Instagram and as huge as Facebook. Like, I really feel like it's going to be a must for all businesses. So I'm going to share with you guys a lot of my top tips and things that I've personally been doing with Snapchat, because most of my conversations, most of my coaches, most of my customers are all from Snapchat. So it's a great tool. It's something that you guys should all have. But before I go into all of that about Snapchat, there's a few announcements that I just wanted you guys to know. So I updated the Success Club leaderboard. I know that there were a few things wrong, which is kind of an exciting issue to have, right? Because it just must not have updated yet on my end. But it should be up to date by tomorrow, if it hasn't updated yet. So tomorrow it will be. Also, this Saturday or this weekend is Snapchat. Snapchat. Damn it, it's Super Saturday. Super Saturday. And I don't know if a lot of you guys saw, but we are going to have a contest for Super Saturday. So some people have their Super Saturdays on like a Friday or a Sunday if it's not on Saturday. But regardless, you guys should all be getting to a Super Saturday. So I have a bunch of things that if you do these things, they all add up to points. And the top 3 coaches with the most points by the end of the weekend, whenever your Super Saturday is, will get a bunch of swag and gifts from me. Okay, so make sure you check out one of my last posts. I'll post it again, obviously, but just so you know, it's in my last post where I talk about Super Saturday, and I list out all of the things that you can do to get points. Okay, so please make sure you guys get to a Super Saturday. Also, next week, starting on April 4th, Taryn is going to be our coach of the week. So she is going to be taking over the entire team for your entire week, which means next Wednesday she will also be hosting the call. So starting on Monday, you won't hear from me, and it's just going to be Taryn, which is going to be really exciting because she's got a lot of awesome things to share, and I'm really excited for her. So make sure you guys check in daily in the takeover page next week because she's going to have a lot of really great things. Okay. Now, on to Snapchat. Yay! I love Snapchat. Okay, so get your phones. Ready? Okay. Rebecca, I saw you asked me a quick question about Snapchat. Do you have to can you change your name? You can't change your name. So you might need to make another one. It's kind of like an Instagram situation where it's kind of a pain in the ass. If you have created a Snapchat like back in the day, like when Snapchat first came out, which was like just where teenagers basically used it, you're going to have to create a new one. Like if you want to change your name, you can change your display name, but if someone were to go, like Abby, this happened to us, right? Where you messaged me and I was like, I had no idea I was talking to Abby because I think it was like Magic Shadow 86 or something. I'm like, on our end, like I don't know who a Magic Shadow is, but that's not Abby. So Abby had to go make a new one. Okay. Does that answer?
So do you recommend that we just do our name?
Yeah, I do. I think it's one of those things where like if you have a really strong presence, like Fit and Funky, if somebody were to go Google Danielle Natoni, most people don't know who that is. But a lot of us, we don't have a huge brand presence like Fit and Funky. So I think just using your name is just super easy. And it just kind of links back to who you are because Snapchat is super personal. You know, Snapchat is kind of like the behind the scenes look into your life. It's like the behind the scenes look in between what you do only, aside from those 3 posts a day, those 3 to 5 posts a day. Does that make sense? So I would honestly have your name just be your name. So when you go into Snapchat, if any of you guys have never used it, this is Snapchat. Okay, so this is kind of like how it opens up. It opens up to your camera, basically. You can take pictures and videos in here. So if you guys all take a picture of your screen, okay, let's all get your pictures out. Take a picture of your screen. Everybody smile. Oh, that flash though. Hey, flash, hold on. Turn the flash off. It does not work. Okay, so now if you click on it after you took your picture, if you click on the picture, a little line will show up, and that's where you can type and write anything that you want. So go ahead and write something about how team call nights are your fave. Okay, and then when you hit done, you can either keep your line there, you can move it around the screen, you can bring it all the way up, all the way down, wherever you want. You could also hit the little T button that's up at the right corner, and that will kind of rearrange some things. It'll make it a fun different font. If you hit it again, it'll be centered. Okay, so there's like two different versions. If you click on it again, then all of the color options come in, and you can change the color of your text. Okay, you can also highlight certain words. So if you want only the word team to be a different color, highlight the word team and it'll turn into a different color. Does that make sense? Okay, so you can do something like that. It's super easy, super fun. And then the one next to it, it kind of looks like a sticky note to the left. That is all of your emojis. So you can add an emoji to your pictures. It's super fun. I usually always add an emoji when I take a picture of what workout I'm doing. And depending on the workout and depending on how I feel about the trainer, I might add like a really ridiculous face. Or like on Autumn, sometimes I put the crown on her head. So that's where I do it. Okay, so it's in that little sticky thing. And then the last one all the way to the right kind of looks like an arrow kind of thing. That's where you can draw. You can write on it. You can also go get, I got one of those fancy pens when I went to leadership that have, I don't know what this is called, a stylus or something, right? If you get a pen or you get something with that, it'll help you draw on it. So you can draw on here. You can make it anything that you want. And the cool thing is with Snapchat, if you are going to be super drawn to coloring on here, like say you have that extra 5 minutes, right? If you're a mom of 3, right, and you're running around all the time, you're not going to have the extra time to draw some pretty little hearts and stars on a picture. But if you do, that's something cool that you could add that will kind of make your snaps a little bit more fun. Okay, so then at the very bottom of your picture, you'll see there's, starting from the left, there's like a number with a circle. And then there's like an arrow pointing down with a line under it, and then there's like a square with a plus, and then another arrow pointing right. So the one with the number in it, the circle one, that's how long your Snapchat is going to stay up for. So I think automatically, like it stays at like 3 or something. And that means it's only going to be up for 3 seconds. And the thing with Snapchat is nothing gets saved, and it only lasts for 24 hours. So you want to increase your time, okay? So if it doesn't say 3, I have mine set to 7. I don't know. It just seems like a happy middle. So you can change it to whatever time length you want. The arrow pointing down is how you can save your pictures. So say you take a picture and you want to save it before you put any text on it or before you put any emojis or draw all over it, you can save it this way. Especially, too, if you want to use this picture as your post later on. That's how you can save it, okay? So then the plus sign with the box will send it right to your story. And then the arrow is an option where you can pick and choose who you send it to. Okay, so that's a little bit about Snapchat. So everybody post it to their story if you haven't yet, which is the square box. So if I go to my Snapchat, I'm going to see all of your names with my face in it. Yes. Okay. Okay. So now you guys did your Snapchat. So now your story. Okay. So that's kind of the basic overview of what Snapchat is. Another cool thing is too, when you're in this home view, if you see the little ghost up at the top in the middle, if you swipe it down, this comes up. And this is kind of like your profile. You can think of it like this is where you can make your picture, your profile picture. This is where you can find friends, add friends, and see who's added you as a friend. So you also have a little trophy case. I'm not 100% sure what the trophies mean. All I know is I want them all. So there's a trophy case up at the top too. And then there's also your settings. So you can change your settings for emails, the way your name looks, all of that stuff is back there. Notifications. So that's where your settings are, okay? So if you come back to your home page and you swipe to the left, you come to your stories, left to the right. I can't tell which way you swipe. Whatever, just swipe that way. You want to get to your stories. So at the very top will say stories, okay? Now when you're looking here, there's a bunch of really new cool things that they've done. But we're obviously up at the top where it says my story is all of your Snapchats for the last 24 hours. That's where they all live. Under the Discover is, if you guys have not checked out any of these Discover things, you really need to. The Cosmo one is my favorite thing in the entire world. And so is Sweet. Sweet is good. And BuzzFeed. But these are really fun. So these are just things that you can do for yourself personally. The live thing is anything that's going on live at the moment. They pick snaps to like feature basically, which is really fun. And then recent updates and all of your friends are below. So that's a place where you can kind of go and check to see what your friends are doing, people that you also follow or any of your
Sorry.
Did you want to add
I don't
something?
know why.
It's okay. Do you want to add something? Or you just accidentally hit it?
I was going through my Snapchats.
Okay.
Sorry.
So it's okay. So that's kind of where you can basically find like all of the basic stuff. Okay, so that's what your story really is. And then right next to where it says my story, if you click those three little dots that are like kind of looking down, it breaks down your entire story. So then you can see all of your Snapchats, and then it also tells you how many views you have. It will tell you exactly who saw it if you click on it. And then it will also tell you who's taken a screenshot, which is really cool to see. I have personally really tried to pay attention to what people screenshot, because if I have, like yesterday, I had 15 or 16 screenshots on my PD book, which is awesome. So that means I need to start sharing a lot more about that stuff. So you can kind of gauge based on that too, like what you can provide better and what people really like from you, kind of a thing. Okay, but this is a really cool way to see exactly who is viewing your stuff. Okay, so that's your stories page. So now if you swipe again. So go back to like your home page where it takes your pictures, and then swipe again to the other side, to the right or to the left. This is where your individual conversations are going to happen. So it's like a little greenish bar up at the top, and it just says Snapchat. In here, so yesterday they had a huge Snapchat update. So if you haven't updated your app, you need to go do so ASAP, because the updates are amazing. They are so fun. So in the updates, you can now send like those little emoji sticker things, like you know how Facebook has those stickers? Snapchat has their own stickers. And so you can send individual stickers. You can call people. You can send, this is also how you can send pictures to people. So like if you want to send a photo or a video, that's how you can, like from your camera roll, you can one-on-one, okay? What else? If you open up a chat, so sometimes too, for a really long time, I was struggling keeping conversations because Snapchat deletes everything really quickly. So if you go into a chat and if you hold down what they're actually saying, if you hold it down, it will save the chat. Okay, so open up a conversation with somebody or Snapchat me real quick and you'll see. That was funny, Harmony. She's not there. Did you guys see it? So if you hold down the thing, it will hold down your conversation or the last message, it will actually save your conversation. So that way it'll help you just remember what you said. Okay, so that's a really fun tip that I learned too, is how to save conversations. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Let's see, what else? If you take a selfie and you want to do those fun, cool filters, you know, like where like your face changes, if you take a selfie on your Snapchat and you hold down your finger, it will kind of like make this white thing, and it'll take a picture, like a virtual picture of your face, and it'll bring up all the filters underneath, and you can scroll through your filters that way. Oh, my internet's unstable. Yeah, it is. Can you guys hear me? Oh, okay, kinda. I'm breaking up. Can everybody take a fun picture now? Open up your thing. Hold it down. Take a funny selfie. Did everybody do it? Can I see? This is amazing. This just makes me so happy. Okay, let's see your snaps. Hold them up to the computer. Oh my god, these are amazing. Oh, Kelly, yours is epic. Lori, where's yours? You're like, I'm on the show.
My Snapchat's not working. My camera's not. So give me a second.
I'm so sorry. Okay. Yay! So fun. Okay. All right, but now at least you guys, you know how to do it, right? So Alicia, when you're taking a selfie, hold down the screen on your face. That sounds so wrong. So like, right? I mean, so smile at the camera. Do you see it? You're like, oh, there it is. Oh yeah, those earphone things are fun. Okay, so that's something too that you guys can do that's just really fun. It's just like a fun thing to kind of break up anything that you're talking about. And here's the truth too when it comes to Snapchat. Think about Snapchat as an extension of what you're already posting, if that makes sense. So what I've learned with Snapchat is Snapchat is going to be huge, and I 100% think that everybody needs to be on Snapchat. A lot of major companies are investing a ton of money in Snapchat. There are the entire world is literally on Snapchat. It is one of those things that is a storm waiting to happen. In the next year, we'll be able to pay for ads on Snapchat. I'm not entirely sure how. That hasn't been released, but we will be able to run ads just like Facebook and Instagram. So Snapchat's going to be really, really major. And when I picked up Snapchat, for me, I thought of Snapchat as a way to show all of my followers and all of the people that I really wanted to help things that I couldn't give them without spamming people on my social media. Does that make sense? I remember hearing Shalene Johnson say in one of her talks once that some posts are not going to be valuable, even though you think it's an amazing thing. And when you think about it, your social media is your business. So you don't want to just put up any random thing that's going to have no value, that's going to have no purpose. So on my very first, the very first Success Club cruise, so that was like 2 years ago, I got a picture with Carl Deichler. And I was so excited because, I mean, Carl's like the man, right? Like, he's amazing. So when I got my selfie with Carl Deichler, I was super pumped. And I wanted to share it because it means something to me, right? And I know it would mean something to you guys because you know who he is. But I kept hearing Shalene Johnson in the back of my mind right before I went to go post it. And she was like, does anybody know who this person is? Is he going to affect somebody that's not in Beachbody? If you're not a Beachbody coach, who is Carl Deichler? Right? Like, who is the CEO of any other company? Like, there's no emotional connection. And it's one of those things where, like, you just have to think about your social media in that way where you're posting with a purpose. But I really feel like there's just so many other things that we can share. And there's so many other things that we do on a daily basis as coaches that we don't want to word vomit on everybody. And when I got Snapchat, I was like, this is the perfect way for me to show who I am as a true person, show basically my weirdness, right? Where I can kind of give people a look behind the scenes, where people can truly hear from me. And especially for a lot of you guys are very similar to me, where it's almost like video or you talking to somebody in person, like face to face, you have much better luck than doing it virtually. Like your voice and your energy is better on a camera than in typing. And Snapchat is an amazing way for you guys to use that. That's just something so natural to you in a safe environment. Because you're still behind your phone. You still aren't talking to anybody because it's just you taking a bunch of selfies. But you're still able to make that connection with somebody that's watching you. So when you snap, the things that I think are 100% important. First off, if you are going to try to make Snapchat work, it needs to be something that you're 100% in for. Like, it needs to be a focus for you. It has to be, like, say you were to go start periscoping. In almost every single one of your posts, you need to talk about you being on a periscope. And you need to show up on Periscope almost every single day in order to get some kind of reviews and some kind of ranks and all that stuff. So it's the same kind of thing. Like, you guys are starting with something brand new. So the same thing when you open up a Facebook like page. You want to post about it to get people over there. So you want to constantly be aware of the fact that now you have this additional platform to stand on where you can get your message out there. So talking about Snapchat is going to be super key. But I also think Snapchat will work for you if you love Snapchat. Snapchat is not going to work for you if you do not love Snapchat. Same thing with Twitter. Same thing with Instagram. Same thing with Facebook. Like, if you love a social media platform, it works for you because you love it. And because you love it, your people are there. I couldn't get into Periscope. I tried, but I was just following along because I heard CJ tell me to Periscope is dope. And I was like, Periscope is dope. But I'm not on Periscope. I didn't want to open up another app and learn about another app. So why would any of my followers want to do it? You are your followers. You are your tribe. So if you're already thinking, oh, Snapchat, I don't want to learn about something new. I don't want to try to understand this funny, weird thing. I just don't get it and I don't care to know about it. Snap's not going to work for you. I'm being totally honest. So if you're feeling like you're not ready to take on Snapchat, then just don't. Put your energy somewhere else where it belongs. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so that's kind of how I feel about Snapchat. But I also think that you guys should not follow other Beachbody coaches on Snapchat. I do not think that you should follow other Beachbody coaches on Snapchat. Because Snapchat is supposed to be you and you being yourself, and it should not be you being influenced or, me, obviously. But like Amy Silverman, Melanie Mitro, Lindsay Matway, like, don't follow other Beachbody coaches, guys, because your Snapchat has to be you. This is your chance to be 100% your weirdo fucking self, and trust me, your people are going to be okay with you being a weirdo. Like, let that flag fly. If you are following other coaches, you're going to see them doing other things. And your mind is going to go over there and you're going to try to copy what they're doing, and that's not you. Okay? So you have to stay true to you. You have to be focused on what you're doing, and just whatever comes naturally, just post about it, kind of a thing. So the cool thing too with Snapchat is it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, most of the time my meals are like a disaster. And that's the beauty of Snapchat. Like, you don't need it to be perfect. You don't need your pictures or anything to look nice as if you were posting your picture on an Instagram. Because those pictures last forever. Snapchat is only 24 hours. Okay. So that's what I think about Snapchat. What you can do too is when you're talking about Snapchat on your social media. So let's talk about how to get people on your Snapchat. So a few things that you guys could and should be doing. If you want to use Snapchat as part of your business, I would say on almost every single one of your posts, at the very end, hey, P.S., come hang out with me on Snapchat. And then type in your name on Snapchat. Look me up on Snapchat. It's this really cool free app. It's super fun. When you're posting about a recipe, my recipe is up on Snapchat. Come find me there. Don't post your recipe on your Instagram or Facebook anymore. Tell them to go on Snapchat. And on Snapchat, while you're cooking, snap the entire process. Step 1, step 2, get out the pan, heat the oil, turn the oven on, cut your potatoes. All of it. That is going to give somebody so much more value than you just saying 2 cups of water, 3 cups of whatever, and then it gives them a chance to connect with you, because when you're talking on your Snapchat, you're talking to yourself, but on their end, it's like you're talking directly to them. So it's that much more powerful. Okay. So things like that. You can save pictures from your Snapchat story and post those pictures. I use the hashtag Snapchat fun, or I'm obsessed with Snapchat, or I will snap you so hard, things like that. And it's just something funny where I'm saying to come find me on Snapchat. So you want to be really aware of those things. Constantly, always, always, always bring them back to Snapchat, because you have to remind people, like you guys know better than anybody how busy life is, right? If I told you something like 2 days ago, you probably have already forgotten. You might have already forgotten about things that I told you to do this morning on our call, right? So it's one of those things. So if you can't remember, your followers aren't going to remember. So you don't worry about over spamming or feeling like you're being repetitive, because you're not. You just want to make sure that everybody is aware that you're on Snapchat. Okay, so post about it very often. And then when you do, I've been trying this new thing with Snapchat. When anybody adds me, I follow them back. When I first started really building my Snapchat account, I was not following people back. But now I've changed it the past week just to kind of switch it up and see if it makes any kind of a difference. So anytime somebody finds me, I add them back. But that's totally up to you if you want to do something like that. But it's a really great way to connect with people. I never send out messages on Snapchat. I encourage people to Snapchat me and ask me whatever questions they might have. So when I get a new friend added, I don't send them a Snapchat or anything. I just let them follow me, take it all in. I encourage them to take screenshots, and I'm always saying Snapchat me for more info. And then when we start up the conversation, it's the same way you would start up any other conversation. Same exact thing. I do try to get people off of Snapchat though. So if somebody asks me a question about coaching, I'm like, yeah, I would love to talk to you about coaching, but can we chat off of Snapchat, because sometimes it doesn't always save your conversations. What's better for you, Facebook or email? And let's be real, you want them on Facebook anyway, right? Because that's where they're going to be, where for you to add them to the team page and your challenge group. So either way, whenever you're having those one-on-one calls with people, try to get them on your personal page and keep that conversation going over there, because it will be easier for you to track also. Okay. So definitely try to get them somewhere. If they don't have a Facebook, that's totally okay. They can obviously just get the email. Either way, email or Facebook is super important. Okay. How do you guys feel? Questions? You ready for questions? Lori, you had your hand up. Go ahead.
I was going to suggest to follow Gary Vaynerchuk, because he always throws out Snapchat secrets and stuff about how to optimize different social medias. Like he talks about Instagram, but he talks about Snapchat a lot because he loves Snapchat. So he has all sorts of innovative. Yeah. I'll find his thing and put it in there.
Yeah, honestly, everything that I've learned on Snapchat, I just went and Googled. If you want to learn how to take videos without holding it, go Google it. Gary V. Okay.
I have a couple tips and tricks that I've learned in the past couple days.
Yay, share.
So I was being a total Snapchat whore and YouTube video watching last night as I was texting you. And so I figured out a few new Snapchat things. If you take a picture of yourself and just do an eye and pick whatever color you want of just the letter I, and then you make it super big, then you have a solid color that you can totally use as a background just to write things on.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, so then you can do yellow or green or blue or whatever. And then another one is if you swipe when you're in the different colors and you swipe all the way to at the top to the left, you can write with white.
Wait, say that again.
Okay. So you go into your main screen where you're going to take a picture of yourself.
Oh, no.
And then when you're going to draw, so you use the little crayon thing for the draw. And when you're in the color part, if you swipe all the way, put your finger on the color thing, swipe all the way to the left towards the outside of your phone, you can write with white.
Yeah, you can. That's awesome.
And then
there's more.
So, but wait,
Oh my God,
there's
this makes me
more.
so happy.
And then if you do the same thing all the way down to the bottom of your phone, you can write with black. Or if you do the rest of the inside of your phone, you've got the whole like freaking color wheel. I kid you not.
Yeah, you do.
And then there's more. I told you, total Snapchat whore. That's going to be my new hashtag, Snapchat whore. Anyways, so then the other thing you can do is if you take a picture of yourself, then take like the tongue, like stick outy tongue emoji, and if you make it super big to where there's like the little shadow part, you can make it so that you have a pink overlay, or you use any of the other, like you can do a letter too, and if you make it super big, like make an A, and then make it giant and use the shadow, you can use whatever color and make whatever color filter you want. So if you want to make it yellow for like maybe March for endo, or for your birthday, your favorite color is like green, you can make a giant letter and like basically make a green filter for every single post you make.
Oh, this is so exciting.
And if you want to like screenshot someone's entire Snapchat story and don't want to seem like a total creeper, once it's loaded, put yourself in airplane mode and you can Snapchat every single thing if you want to like do a whole stream without them feeling like, oh my God, they're like stalking me. But you want to do like their whole recipe or something, you can totally do that. Once it's loaded, it's in your phone.
Who's Pick Your Heart? Yeah, you need to.
Am I frozen?
No, you're not.
Okay.
Thank you, Abby. That was amazing.
No problem. Yeah, I watch all these like little 16-year-olds with braces tell me all about Snapchat.
Story of my life. That's exactly what I do. I'm like, this 13-year-old is my new best friend, and he doesn't even know it. And if I tell anybody, I'm going to go to jail. One of those relationships.
Yeah.
Thank you, Meg. Thank you, Abby. Thank you.
What about hands-free?
Oh, yeah. Google hands-free.
There's no the hands-free.
Yeah, Google it. There's like 18 steps. It's really, really easy. You just need
It depends on whether or not you have an iPhone.
Oh.
With an Android,
There's two ways that I know of. There's two ways that I researched. One is you have to practice this. You hold down the center button and you swipe up while holding down the center button, and it should record by itself. You have to keep holding it up and then swipe up. You gotta press hard. But Harmony just posted a YouTube video.
Thank you, yeah.
And then there's the special one for the iPhone, which is 27 million steps. So watch the YouTube video.
Well, I was gonna say with Androids, just take a hair tie and slide it on. And okay, here I'm gonna do it. Okay, So I have a hair tie across the top of my screen, and I have it on Snapchat.
And it stays down?
Yeah, it's the volume button.
Wait, does that work for iPhone too?
Interesting. Let's try it.
Oh.
Now it's recording.
Yeah, see if this works hands free. I think I need.
You're welcome.
I think I need a tighter rubber band or something.
Like the hair tie won't push it down now.
Harmony's like, let me take my hair down.
I'm like, wait. Oh, wait, did I get it? No.
Because this thing is like.
How about now? No. Maybe if we have a tighter band. Or that's fun. I'm gonna go get a tighter headband now.
Probably if you get a tighter headband or elastic,
Yeah.
because the volume thing button works. If you press it down, it works to record. So
Kelly, did it work for
if
you?
you get it.
Yeah, mine worked with a hair tie.
Stop it! I need a different.
I had to double mine over it twice.
I doubled mine.
Yeah, so.
Try again.
Amazing! Who else has
You're
fun tips? Oh my God!
Girl
It's
hack.
recording! Look, I'm hands free. Thanks, Team Call. Thanks, Abby. Yay!
Google hacks. No! Back.
This is so exciting. Okay. What else? Does anybody else have anything fun that they know of?
Work with my screen.
It's not working?
Well, my case is like really. I gotta be. It's like really
Thick.
firm. Yeah,
That's what she said.
it's really hard. So.
One for Meredith.
I have a life proof, so you just got to use a thicker elastic.
It's kind of amazing.
Okay.
Does anybody else have
Yeah,
any
and I have like this thick.
That's a good one. I didn't think about that.
I don't remember where I even like found that one out, but it was like life changing for me when I did. No, I don't Snapchat that often.
Yeah. Yeah. I would, I don't know if I answered this, Alicia, but yeah, I would make a new one.
Can
I mean, it kinda sucks.
you make a new one with the same email address, or no? Do you have to use a whole new email address? No.
That I don't know. Abby,
What about email?
when you
Can
made
you
your
make
new
a
one,
I think I might have used the same email address. If not, I maybe used a different one because my old email address was with my old screen name. So I used the new one for like my new page that matches my Instagram and everything. So, yeah.
Does your email show up on your Snapchat?
Mm-mm.
I don't think so. No, mine's just my phone number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Play around with it and see, because it might be, it might. I mean, it doesn't show your email. Like your information is your information. Like they don't share any of that stuff. But it's kind of like the same thing with like Instagram. Like whatever you put on your page as a part of your bio is what's being shown. So if you don't have an email address up in your bio on Instagram, people will never know your email.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if you use the old one.
You can't use the same email
You can or you
because
can't.
it asks you to verify. Yeah, you can't. You'd have, if you were going to make a new one, you'd have to use a different email.
Well, there it is. Thank you. Has anybody had any success with Snapchat and like getting people? How many you have? Can you share?
Like my friends, because I kept the same one that I've had forever, just because I already had a pretty big following on there. And when I set it up, it was like a play on my name, like Harmony. So yeah. Anyway, but like people that I know that have been interested in Beachbody in the past, but like never done it. Like I had a couple friends that were like, "Oh yeah, like your snaps inspired me to like I might want to do Beachbody stuff again and blah, 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 blah. So like it started quite a few new conversations, and yeah, a lot of people, I get so many people from other countries though, but that's just the story of my life. But yeah, I have a lot of people that like, you know, that swipe and like message me and ask me questions. And so definitely a lot of conversations at least. So I love it.
It's awesome. I've even been answering people too with videos instead of just typing back.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have any questions about Snap? Like, how to transfer? Thanks, Cal. Anything?
I think I'm getting it.
Yeah. It's one of those things. It's just going to take time. You know, it just takes time.
Like signed up like years ago and then didn't like get into it. So it just was kind of like there.
Yeah. It's one of those things where like if you put a lot of energy into it, it's going to show. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. But I really do think Snapchat's going to be huge. I think it's going to be a monster. There's going to be a lot more updates coming soon to it. There's going to be a lot happening on Snapchat. But just honestly, just remember to be you on Snapchat. You know. So that's why I say don't follow other people, just because you can get sucked into it, and then you'll start the comparison game, and then you'll start. Oh, did I freeze? I froze.
No.
Am I back? No, I'm frozen.
No. You are frozen. You're dancing.
Oh, you guys are frozen. Oh well. But I think Snapchat should 100% be true to who you are. Things that you can do. What I honestly literally snap my entire day from the second I wake up to the second I go to bed. And I snap every little random detail. You know, when you're like driving in the car, you're like, oh my God, I love this song. I wish like somebody else was here to jam out with me. I take a picture of what song it is. When I'm drinking my water, I'm like, okay, I'm on my 4th water. You could use Snapchat as a form of accountability. I use Snapchat with all of my challengers. All of my challengers from my challenge group, like my challenge group is fucking crickets because they're all on Snapchat with me. So you could use it as a way of accountability. I have a lot of coaches snapping me every single day after their workout and with all of their meals. Put a number in there. So you can use Snapchat as so many different ways. And it should just honestly be fun. Snapchat should not stress you out. It should not be something that you're looking at your to-do list being like, oh, another thing. It should be enjoyable. You should snap anytime that you're obviously doing something with Beachbody related, because that's a way to show people how Beachbody helps you, which is probably why which is why I told you guys to take a picture of our team call, because not many people know that we do these team calls once a week. And not many people can say that part of their job is learning about Snapchat. Okay. So if you show those things, but they're in a great way, like especially on Snapchat, where how you're just like, this is my life. This is what I'm doing. You're being product of the product. Same thing when you share your journey on social media. Look at that flash, Ange. I know. Okay. I did it too. But you know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's a great opportunity for you guys to share and to show everything about your life. And it doesn't obviously have to just be about Beachbody. But when you do your workout, show a picture of what workout you're doing. Show a little preview of the workout. Share a sweaty selfie after your workout. All of that stuff. Okay? And then just let it be. Just show on Snapchat. Just show that you're doing it. Show that you're being a proof of it and that it works. Okay. Does anybody else have any other questions about Snap? Does anybody have any questions about anything? No? Okay. Oh, go ahead. Oh,
I thought I muted myself. Okay, you know how like I guess should the username be something fun or should you keep it like linked with like Facebook and so they know who you are? You know what I mean?
yeah. I would just say your name for your name. Your name is your name.
Because I used to have it, I think Ange Smith 0715, but now for like Instagram I have like Angela M. Smith.
Yeah.
So should I keep it or just make a new one?
I think you can keep it because it's still your name. It's not like your magic shadow.
Hey,
I know. I'm just thinking.
pick on me, woman.
It's like Instagram, like our names are like kind of like
Who you are. That's kind of just how I feel about your overall brand in general.
right.
It just, I mean, you are who you are, no matter what.
I'm really not like change it up and make a new like a whole new one and not. But I don't know if I want to. I kind of
Yeah. And I mean, if you do make a new one, then that one can just be your designated business one. Like if you were to have 2 Instagram accounts. You know, like some people have like a personal Instagram where they just show like pictures of their kids and it's totally private and they keep all of that stuff under wraps. And then they have their like professional one where it's like, you know, more about the brand image kind of a thing.
Mine's all bundled up into one.
Yeah, mine is too. But I mean, I think you're just your name, honestly, I think is a good way for stay up. Alicia, you had a question too?
Yeah, it's not about Snapchat, but just because we're talking names. Is there any way, like, you know, on your Beachbody, like your website, and when you sign up, you create your little username too? Is there any way to change that name or not?
Yeah, if you go to my account.
Oh. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's so scary, right? When you sign up, you're like, I'm going to be a badass turbo babe. And then like 2 years later, like, I'm not really, I mean, I am, but.
Yeah.
One of those. I feel like we all do that when we first sign up.
I like changed my Instagram name and everything to match it, and a month later I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah. If you change your name on any social media or even your main picture, you should change it on everything. So like your Instagram picture should match your Facebook picture. It should match your Gmail picture. It should match like your all of it. I mean, Snapchat is different, but it should be the same picture across the board too. So that way when somebody's looking you up on Instagram and they go to your Facebook, they're like, oh, yep, that's her. Same picture. Got it. That might help too. Yeah. So like your Beachbody cover picture should also link up too. It should all across the board be the same. Even your Pinterest picture, all that stuff.
Cool.
Same name, same picture. It just helps people know that you're still you.
And is it bad to change your name on Instagram? Like, does that kind of screw?
No, I think if you change your name, you just need to give your followers like a heads up. Maybe like post maybe like 3 times or a course over a week and just be like, hey, heads up, I'm changing my name, but I'm still me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Kind of a thing, yeah. I would just give your followers a heads up and not just once either. Like I would give them like maybe like at least 3 like notices that your name is changing. But that you're still you.
Makes sense. Cool.
That's a good question, though. Anybody else? No. Okay, so you guys all have the important stuff written down, right? So Success Club end of the month is tomorrow. Diamonds also get a Diamond Insider where we know what all of the sales are for the following month, and I already know what the sales are because they send out the emails to all of the elite first. And get excited because it's a good one. Well, it's a good one for me. If you guys can understand what that means. Maybe. Do you have any guesses what's going to be on sale in April?
Well, assuming that you're working with hammer and chisel, I would assume that it would be hammer and chisel.
Yeah, I would say hammer and chisel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hammer and chisel.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And there's a lot going on in April too. A lot of summit stuff comes out in April where we get to pick our tracks again. So all of the people that I know, right? It's so scary. So everybody that did go to Summit last year, I would like to have a call the week after Taryn. So if you guys can mark your calendars, who's ever been to a Summit, for April 13, our team call will be about Summit. All of the announcements for Summit will be made at Super Saturday, which you should all be going to. And if you're not able to go to a Super Saturday and you are an Emerald rank, you should be registering to host your own. So that way you can at least watch the video and hear all of the updates. Okay. Everybody's going to go to a Super Saturday? Yes. The next Super Saturday is in August. So maybe keep that in the back of your mind. It's usually at the beginning of the month. So it'll probably be right after Summit. That's how it was last year. So it'll probably be in the beginning of August, the next Super Saturday. But these events are so powerful, guys. Like if you are not getting to events, they need to be part of your non-negotiables. Okay. Events are really, really powerful. Just being with people. You don't feel like the only weirdo. Okay. Don't forget about the contest either for Super Saturday. Okay. Yeah. It'll be fun. And next week with Taryn. She's going to be the guest host and all that fun stuff. That's all I have. Did everybody get a Snapchat? Okay. Does anybody have any other questions? Last chance? No? Okay.